morning, students. So we were studying about wastewater. Okay. So when this untreated sewage is discharged into some river stream, the large amount of organic matter which is present in the discharged sewage will consume the dissolved oxygen which is present in that river stream, and it will usually decrease the dissolved oxygen content of that particular river stream. And when the dissolved oxygen content reduces, it will cause the death of fishes, and also some undesirable effects to the society. In addition to these effects, the discharged sewage will contaminate the river water with pathogenic bacteria. So even though our municipal sewage is 99% of water, it requires treatment in order to reduce the nuisance caused by this discharged sewage. And the type of treatment required usually depends upon the character and quality of sewage and the source of disposal. So we have to study about the quality and characteristics of sewage in detail. Okay. So our sewage usually contains organic and inorganic matter, some gases and living organisms, that is mainly microorganisms. The organic and inorganic matter may be dissolved, suspended and colloidal state. Okay. And this organic matter means it may consist of ash, cinder, sand, grit, mud and other mineral salts, that is inorganic matter. And the organic matter may be nitrogenous or nitrogen free, and gases may be methane, hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide, etc. And as you know, the sewage contains only small percentage of solids, that is 0.1%, and the remaining 99.9% is water. So it is very necessary to study the characteristics and behavior of sewage in order to ensure its safe disposal. And this study will help us to determine the degree and type of treatment required to be given to the particular sewage. So it will avoid the pollution of the source of its disposal. Okay. So before we discuss the various physical, chemical and biological characteristics of sewage, let us first discuss how the sewage gets decayed and what happens to that sewage with the passage of time. Okay. So let us discuss about decomposition of sewage. Most of the organic matter which is present in the sewage is unstable and decomposes readily through chemical as well as biological process. And the organic matter which can be decomposed by bacteria under biological action is called biodegradable organic matter. That is, after the advent of biological degradation methods, this type of treatment has become our foremost choice. That is, we are usually using nowadays the commonly used method is biological degradation. Okay, till that we were using chemical treatment of sewage. Okay. And the organic matter which is decomposed by bacteria under biological action is called biodegradable organic matter. And most of the organic matter present in sewage is biodegradable, hence undergo biological decomposition. And this biological decomposition can be divided into two types, that is aerobic decomposition and anaerobic decomposition. And this aerobic decomposition is also called aerobic oxidation, and anaerobic decomposition is also called putrefaction. And these terms, you are familiar with these terms, that is aerobic decomposition and anaerobic decomposition. Aerobic decomposition means the process which takes place with the help of air, with the presence of oxygen. And if that process takes place without the presence of oxygen, that is known as anaerobic decomposition or putrefaction. So aerobic decomposition is caused by both aerobic bacteria and facultative bacteria, and these are operating aerobically, that is in presence of air or oxygen. Okay. So this oxygen will be available in the wastewater in dissolved form, and these bacteria will utilize that free oxygen, and it will oxidize the organic matter into a stable end product. And that stable end product may be like nitrate, carbon dioxide, sulfate, etc. Okay, that is, it will be formed into following form organic matter like nitrogenous, carbonaceous or sulfurous matter. Okay, also water, heat and additional bacteria will be produced during this process. And the intermediate products formed in this aerobic decomposition or aerobic oxidation of three types of organic matter can be known by studying nitrogen, carbon and sulfur cycle. Okay, in that cycle we can study about the intermediate products. So this aerobic decomposition means it is the decomposition of organic matter with the presence of air. Okay. So usually the end product will be nitrate, carbon dioxide, sorry, here nitrate, carbon dioxide, sulfate, etc. That will be end products, and it will be in stable form. In anaerobic decomposition, oxygen will not be available. That is, if free dissolved oxygen is not available to the sewage, then anaerobic decomposition or putrefaction will occur. Okay, and this anaerobic bacteria or facultative bacteria operating anaerobically will flourish and convert the complex organic matter into simpler organic compounds of nitrogen, carbon, and sulfur. And usually gases like ammonia, hydrogen sulfide, methane, etc. are evolved in this decomposition, and it will cause bad smell. Okay, and so the end product of this anaerobic decomposition is hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, methane, etc. Okay. So this is a figure showing anaerobic decomposition, that is maybe hydrolysis, acidogenesis, then methanogenesis, that is depending upon the end product available after this decomposition, the name is given. Okay. So this is the decomposition or decay of sewage. So next we can study about sewage characteristics, and these characteristics of sewage can be classified under 3 heads, that is physical characteristics, chemical characteristic, and biological characteristics. So in today's lecture I am going to discuss about physical characteristics of sewage. Okay. And these physical characteristics include odor, temperature, color, total solids, and turbidity. Okay. So first one, color. So this color of sewage indicates the freshness of the sewage, and if its color is grayish brown or yellowish, it indicates fresh sewage. And with the passage of time, as putrefaction takes place, this color will get into black. Okay, and the color of stale and septic sewage is black. Okay, when all the oxygen has disappeared from the sewage, it will become septic and the color will be black. Okay, so if it is a fresh one, the color will be grayish brown or yellowish. And other colors may also be formed due to the presence of some specified industrial waste. If there is any particular industrial waste, the color may vary based on that particular element. Okay, and the color of sewage can be normally detected by naked eye. That is the first physical character, color. Okay. Next is odor. So fresh sewage is usually odorless, but however in 3 to 4 hours it becomes stale when all the dissolved oxygen present in the sewage is exhausted. Okay, then it starts emitting offensive odor, especially that of hydrogen sulfide gas, which is formed due to decomposition of sewage. Okay, that is, fresh sewage is usually odorless, and with the passage of time the dissolved oxygen is consumed from that sewage, and it will become offensive in odor, and that odor is usually due to hydrogen sulfide gas, which is produced due to the decomposition. So next is temperature. The temperature has an effect on biological activity of bacteria present in the sewage, and it also affects the solubility of gases in sewage, and also the temperature affects the viscosity of sewage, that is it affects the sedimentation process in the treatment. Okay, and the normal temperature of sewage is usually slightly higher than the temperature of water because of additional heat added during the utilization of water. So the temperature will be slightly high, and the average temperature of sewage in India is 20 degrees Celsius, which is near about the ideal temperature for the biological activity. So this is the ideal temperature for the biological activity. Okay, however when the temperature is more, the dissolved oxygen content will get reduced. Okay, so that is about temperature. And the last physical property is turbidity. And the sewage is normally turbid. That is, it will resemble like dirty dishwater or wastewater from bathrooms, and it will be having floating matter like matters like fecal matters, pieces of paper, cigarette ends, matchsticks, greases, vegetable debris, fruit skins, soaps, etc. Okay, and this turbidity increases as the sewage becomes stronger. As the quantity of sewage increases, the turbidity also increases, and this degree of turbidity can be measured and tested by turbidity rods or turbidity meter. That is example nephelometric meter, and this portion, that is the testing of turbidity and different types of turbidity measurement, you have studied in water supply engineering. Okay, so there is no need to explain more about it. So the last physical property is turbidity. So the physical properties or characteristics, physical characteristics of sewage are turbidity, color, odor and temperature. Okay. So in the next video I will discuss about chemical characteristics. Thank you.